Good evening, seniors. I hope you're having a great week and hope you're all caught up in the TTI world. For this week, you will be working on your Phase 1 project. What that entails is that you should have received some feedback by now on the go-ahead for your Phase 1 project. If you have not, make sure to contact us so that we can give you the go-ahead right away. But other than that, you will be working just on a quiz this week as far as turning some proof to us that you have been working on this Phase 1 project. So if you go into Canvas, you will see that there is a Week 5 module. One thing to keep in mind is that we have implemented a prereq to all these modules. So for example, if you had not completed your Week 4 module, you will be not prohibited from completing this week's module, and so forth from the upcoming modules and the past modules actually. So if you're still stuck on week 2, there's a high chance that you will not be able to complete this quiz until you do so. So if you go ahead, you'll see that there's a video page like always. There's a presentation URL where you can see this week's presentation, and then there is a week 5 quiz. If you go ahead and click on that, you'll see that obviously my view is a little bit different, but you will see that first, and then you will see there are 4 questions. The first question is asking you to report any progress you have so far with your Phase 1 project. This report should be around 1 paragraph, so 5 to 6 sentences. Your question 2 is asking you to upload an image to prove your project progress with your Phase 1 project. So it could be a screenshot or a photograph. And if you're not able to do that, make sure you contact either Eddie and I so that we can tell you a different way to prove that you have been working on this project. Question 3 is asking you to talk about your plans for the next week with your Phase project. Try to be as detailed and precise as possible. And again, this should be around 1 paragraph. Remember that you will be presenting this project at fall cohort, so keep that in mind in terms of doing your other prereqs as well, because you do need to have this submitted by fall cohort in November. And then lastly, question 4 is just asking you to list 2 or more questions you have concerning your Phase 1 project. So as far as assignments for this week, you just have the quiz for this week 5, and then does anybody have any other questions? Yes.
Yeah. So I see I can work on my Phase 1 this week and next week.
Yeah.
What if I finish my Phase 1 project this week?
So if you finish your Phase 1 project this week, that's totally fine. Next week you will have a submission option to turn in a draft of your Phase 1, and once we get those in, we are able to give you feedback so that when you come to fall cohort the following week, you are able to have improvisations on your Phase 1 project. Yes, sir.
So I haven't turned in my portfolio yet, and I can't see this week's quiz. How would I be able to access this week's quiz?
Yes, so like I mentioned before, these modules have prereqs now, so you will not be able to submit this quiz unless you completed weeks 2, 3, and 4. So obviously, submitting your portfolio is first priority right now, so make sure you get that done first so that you are able to complete this quiz and any other assignments you haven't completed so far. Yes.
For the quiz question that requires us to submit a screenshot, could you please demonstrate how to do that?
Yes, so if you go into your search option for your computer, you'll see that for Windows you have a snipping tool. You type that in, and then this will pop up. You'll get that, and then you'll see that the screen is kind of like shaded in some sort of way, and then all you have to do is just hold down on the mouse and drag across to submit the portion of your screen that you want to capture. And once you do that, you just let go of your mouse, and it'll give you this view. You go into File, and then Save As. You save it in a place that you know that you will be able to access this file. You can call it whatever you would like to. And then you just save it. And then once you go into the quiz, you'll be able to submit that file. All right, seniors, have a great rest of the week.